this is race 2 in the ride for the gold medal. So Pendleton in the rainbow colours of the world champion rolls away, and looking, of course, for a fruitful conclusion to this contest.
So we'll talk through all the permutations of what she's going to do with coach Jan van Eyden. Talking about it and actually implementing it's two very different things, unfortunately.
And you know about that, Craig. Second in the World Sprint Championships yourself.
That was a long time ago.
Still a great statistic. Not many people have made it through to a World Sprint final. Guo just looking for any surprise move from the world champion. We hear a pin drop in the arena at the moment. All eyes focused on these two athletes.
It's been this quiet all night, actually. Especially when there's been a British rider in the track. Going to go by the horns now. He needs to pick the speed up. He's playing into Guy's hands a little bit here. This is better.
She's looking for some height. And she looks as though she's comfortable in leading this one out. The world champion then taking it on from the front. 1 lap to go. 250 metres standing between her and the gold medal. Here comes the challenge from Guo of China. And Guo accelerates right up to the side of Pendleton. And Pendleton's going to have to react to this. Oh, Guo takes it. Well, for the second time in this competition, Pendleton has been beaten into second place.
It's going to be a big psychological blow for Vicky. She came off the banking and the guy just set herself up nicely. She didn't catch her on the hip like she did in the first ride. So she accelerated perhaps a little bit prematurely. So Shuang had the ideal hole to run into.
So the result of this means that they're now 1-all, and that will have to go to a decider. These are the closing stages. Yes, Guo was much stronger as she approached the line to take race 2. Race 3 of the women's sprint final. Shuang Guo versus the world champion from Great Britain, Victoria Pendleton. So Guo certainly got some good form here. This Chinese competitor, Asian Games champion back in 2006. And as I've said earlier in commentary, the current world champion for the Keirin. She'll be looking to try and get an early lead in the World Cup competition when she comes out for that. Almost quiet in the arena as the early stages of this sprint start to unfold. Well, a victory today here in the sprint will certainly be a great boost for her morale during the rest of this World Cup, because she's going to be involved in the Keirin and the 500-metre time trial.
I think it's fantastic that they have the World Cup here, but I think the first one in the season, it can be quite tricky because everyone's a bit of an unknown quantity, and the British riders are under close scrutiny, so for them to come out here and perform, it's a big ask, I think.
And a point that was made earlier, either by Rob Hells or yourself, the fact that it is the only round in Europe, it's a perfect opportunity to get some good points on the board.
Yeah, and I think that reflects in the number of entries they've had.
So it'll be 1 lap to go when they cross the line this time, and it's Guo of China that's leading this one out. Now then, Is Victoria Pendleton up to the challenge here? Can she take this ride to win the sprint gold medal? And the world champion is looking really good now. She's trying to get over Gao, and it's all down the finishing straight. Oh yes, Pendleton takes it. The run for the line. Pendleton proved the stronger. The world champion salutes. She was not going to go away without the gold medal, and she's proved a point. She said, okay, I took to the best of three, but I've had the last say. She rode it well, but she had to work hard for it.
Didn't push Gao quite as much as she would like to have done early on in the race. Found herself having to come around the long way. Gao was still winding it up to speed as Vicky was trying to come round her, so they were neck and neck all the way around that last banking.
They locked horns, didn't they, as they came into the banking, and it was Pendleton with that surge for the line that tidied up the gold medal.
Phew, well, never in doubt, was it?
Yeah, as you can see, my tactical skills are a little bit rusty at the moment. Haven't raced since the Worlds last year, which were pretty horrific, may I say. And you can see I'm paying for it here because I've got the legs, but my skills need a bit of polishing, to be honest, before the World Championships.
What were you thinking after the second race when Gao came back at you, when you were having to warm down and prepare yourself for that final race?
I was very annoyed with myself. I won't say the names I called myself, but you know, when you make a mistake, you do feel like a bit of a wally. And I kicked myself for a few minutes, and then I just had to pull it together and think, you know, you want this, she's not going to give it to you. You're going to have to fight for it, as always. And fortunately, I managed to wrestle my way through.